It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Truckloads of plants and flowers pass through the biggest flower auction house in the country, where most of New Zealand's top florists pick the best fresh flowers for their supply. Lilies, sunflowers, roses, or even orchids, you name it. There are about 200,000 stems of flowers on every auction at the FloraMax Auction House here in Auckland. These delicate blooms have grown on farms around New Zealand, yet they arrive at your local florist within days of harvest.
New Zealand has become very much part of the global flower trade, and the growers bring in new breeds and new varieties of flowers into New Zealand. So New Zealand is quite up with the play with all the varieties which are actually being grown around the world. So it's quite interesting. Much different from years ago when there was only just roses and carnations.
It's 6 a.m. sharp, the flowers are in place, and the auction begins.
The auction is a Dutch system. It's a descending system. With other words, the price is coming down. The buyers have to be very aware of the pricing. They push the button in the electronic system, and that's the moment they've actually purchased the product.
Hong Kong-born Marie Lu is the auction assistant, sometimes called the showgirl. The job may look easy, but it requires in-depth knowledge of flowers and the thousands of names.
Definitely know a lot more than before. And also the botanical names and the common names. It is hard, but I have this passion for flowers, so I love seeing the flowers every morning.
Laura Kim is another Asian who works amongst the flowers while enjoying their beauty.
Because I can treat many flowers every day, and then I can learn the name of flowers, and then I can learn the industry of flowers in New Zealand.
To learn more about flowers and the industry, Marie and Laura study at the new Floristry Training Center inside the FloraMax Auction House. Run by the Manukau Institute of Technology, the floristry course attracts locals and migrants hoping to ease the skills shortage of florists in New Zealand.
If they're pulled out at the bottom, then they will stay out at the top.
They learn customer skills, they learn a little bit of the psychology. It's very difficult because you're dealing with different people all the time, from bereavements to births to 21st birthdays and graduations. Then they learn all the elements and principles of design, which are the same with any of the arts.
When I had first class, oh my goodness, so I couldn't understand what teacher said. I thought, oh my God, I should give up. But it's, I have passion and I have motivation to be a good florist.
But with support from her classmates and lecturers, Laura persevered. As a student, she gets to meet the growers and key industry players who regularly visit the auction house.
Co-related industries are coming in here already. We're saying, well, you're our first port of call if we're looking for staff.
Someone who's already found work is Apple Wang, who's been employed by a wholesaler next door.
I'm happy myself, because every morning when I get up, I'm thinking I'm coming here to touch all the flower, I just feel good.
Her work ethic is great right from day one. I interviewed a number of the students, and 2 really stood out, and Apple was definitely one of them. I think she could bring to any industry she's in, but particularly the flower industry, a real passion, and she'll have a great knowledge of flowers by the time she steps into a retail.
There's a lot of students involved in our distribution, and the Asian students are quite taken to this trade and work wonderfully for us, and are prepared to work early in the morning, which is even more wonderful.
They're prepared to do more than just work early in the morning. These students are determined to make a name in floristry.
Yeah, I want to be a florist. That's what I want to be.
Maybe later on I will open my own flower shop.
Of course, I will have my shop.
I've noticed that with Asian people at the moment, especially in the florist business, on both sides, on the growing side and on the floristry side. They look for the opportunities, they see the opportunities, and they take them.
It seems Asian florists will soon be blossoming in New Zealand's flower industry.